I think the recording started.
Yeah, it has. It has. It has.
So this is FLQL Flames sixth week. This is match 519. In the first seat we have Rishi, second seat Zubair, third seat Sara, and fourth seat Ajit. This is the international set. All the best, guys.
No.
Good luck, guys, and thanks, Harshit, for reading.
Starting with the game. First question for Rishi. During a GQ interview, James Gunn named this film as one of his favorite five comic book adaptations of all time. This Korean film, based on a Japanese manga, is iconic for many scenes, including a hallway fight which inspired Gunn's own hallway fight in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Which manga or film?
Old boy.
Correct answer. Old Boy is the correct answer. Next question for Rishi, who made his acting debut as Jason Luen on Baywatch Hawaii 1999 to 2001. This was rather fitting as in his mid-teens he became the youngest lifeguard in the history of the Gulf Coast. It is quite ironic, especially in the light of his later filmography, that in Polynesian his surname means dry.
Jason Momoa.
Correct answer. This is Jason Momoa. Next question for Zubair. A bailena is a type of oral epic poem typically sung from which country? The folk singers of Baileni call their songs Starini or Starinki, meaning stories of old. A 20th century Bailena, the tale of Lenin, converted the chief events of the revolution of 1917 in this country into a formulaic hero tale.
Russia.
Correct answer. Russia. Next question for Zubair. Introduced as a demonstration sport in 1990, which racket game has been a regular event at the Asian Games since 1994. The sport is so named for its choice of ball as compared to that used in its more common variant.
Squash.
No. Sarah,
Pass.
Ajit,
Pass.
Rishi.
Pass.
Some variation of tennis, right? I forget the name.
Yes,
Or
this is
something else.
soft tennis.
Soft tennis. So.
Next question for Sarah. In 1915, Tokuji Hayakawa invented the mechanical pencil and opened a factory before he moved on to electronics, including the TV in the 1950s. Which company, named in honor of Hayakawa's very first invention, that held one of the lengthiest and most lucrative sponsorship deals in English football with Manchester United, is this?
Sharp.
Correct answer. Sharp. Next question for Sarah. Scrabble allows place names as acceptable words if they have other forms or meanings which are non-capitalized. This valid Scrabble word appears in Shakespeare as why they will allow us never a dash, six-letter word, and then we leak in your chimney and your chamber lie breeds fleas like a loach. Possibly originating from the similarity to containers of sacred dash water from pilgrims from the Holy Land. What is the good slang word for a chamber pot that is also a country? Both blanks are the same word. Ten seconds.
Turkey.
No. Ajit,
Pass.
Rishi,
Pass.
Zubair.
Pass.
This is Jordan.
Oh. Wow.
Next question for Ajit. One of the most prominent sites in Nineveh was the Prophet Yunus Mosque, which was blown up by Islamic State in July 2014. As the mosque had become a place for apostasy, not prayer, the mosque contained a relic in the form of its creature's tooth, associated with the Prophet Yunus.
Tiger.
No. Rishi,
Whale.
correct answer.
No, that is shit. Why didn't I go with that?
Next question for Ajit. Identify the Shakespeare play based on the cover of the manga adaptation.
Hamlet.
Correct answer. Hamlet. Next question for Rishi. Which city hosted the inaugural Asian Games from 4th to 11th March 1951? It would not host another edition till over 3 decades later when a mascot was introduced for the first time.
Delhi.
Correct answer. New Delhi. Next question for Rishi. Although it originated in medieval China as Zetsi, the form we know it as was popularized by Akira Yoshizawa, who took it from craft to art. What art form which focuses more on flowers and animals than the inanimate objects of Zetsi is this?
Origami.
Correct answer. Origami. Next question for Zubair. Based on Diana Wynne Jones' novel Howl's Moving Castle, is a 2004 Miyazaki film where magic, 20th century technology, and the backdrop of war all come together. The film contains very strong anti-war themes based on Miyazaki's opposition to war development that happened a year before the movie released.
The invasion of Iraq.
Correct answer. The US invasion of Iraq. Next question for Zubair. My Name is Dash is a 2021 documentary film about the life of which celebrated Australian Aboriginal actor. It was mostly shot in 2017 with the expectation that the actor who died in November 2021 would not live much longer. The use of his name in the title, potentially problematic in Aboriginal culture after his death, was a deliberate choice by the actor.
Is it Gulpilil?
Correct answer.
I think David is
David
his person.
Gulpilil.
Yeah, David Gulpilil, yeah.
Next question for Sarah. The national flag of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan under the Taliban consists of a white field with a black calligraphic block reading, "There is no God but God, Muhammad is a messenger of God." This statement, which also appears on the Saudi Arabian flag, is known by what one-word name?
Pass.
Ajit,
Pass.
Zubair,
The Shahada.
correct answer. This is Shahada. Next question for Sarah. What invented word, 4 letters, refers to the title for the chief of the Dothraki people in A Song of Ice and Fire?
Owl.
Correct answer. Khal. Next question for Ajit. Which 1971 adventure survival film, directed by Nicholas Roeg, marked Gallipoli's debut playing the Black Boy? The title in British English refers to an informal stroll among a crowd conducted by an important visitor, and in Australian English refers to a journey, originally on foot, undertaken by an Australian Aboriginal in order to live in the traditional manner.
Bushwalk.
No. Sarah,
Walkabout.
correct answer.
Oh, that one. Shit.
Walkabout. Next question for Ajit. Though frowned upon by some purists, multiple identical pyramidal units joined together using threads to form a spherical shape is an important subgenre of origami. What precursor to modular origami, meaning medicine ball in Japanese, is this?
Irigami.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Zubair,
Pass.
Pass.
this is called Kusudama. Next question for Rishi. A variant of the traditional Chinese dumpling, Chinese-Australian businessman William Shen Wing is often credited as being the father of this food item. Identify the snack food that consists of minced meat, cabbage, and seasoning encased in a wrapper, similar to that of a traditional siumai dumpling. Two-word answer, spelling important.
Pass.
Ajit?
Pot sticker.
No. Zubair?
Pass.
Sarah?
Dim Sim.
Correct answer. This is a dim sum.
It's dim sum. Sim. Oh, that's the funda. Okay.
Next question for Rishi. Set in Dalmatia, Dubrovnik, and other locales in the Adriatic Sea, Porco Rosso is a 1992 film by Hayao Miyazaki about an anthropomorphic pig who is a World War I pilot. Originally conceived with a cheery tone, the film had to be reworked to have a more somber tone in deference to real life events in that region from 1991 to 2001. What major event?
Hey, the Bosnian War, etc., after the breakup of Yugoslavia.
Correct answer. The breakup of Yugoslavia. Next question for Zubair. The Happy Isles of Oceania, Paddling the Pacific, is an account of the author's 18-month tour of the South Pacific shortly after the breakup of his first marriage. Identify this travel writer whose 1981 book, titled The Mosquito Coast, was adapted into a 1986 film starring Harrison Ford.
Paul Theroux.
Correct answer. Paul Theroux. Next question for Zubair. An 1890 exhibition of Japanese woodcuts at the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris inspired which artist to experiment with printmaking techniques like aquatint, dry point etching, and hand coloring. The bath 1890 to 91 is inspired both in subject and style by Japanese art and added to the prevailing maternal themes of this artist's work.
Van Gogh.
Sorry,
Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh.
no. Ajit,
Mary Cassatt.
correct answer. This is Marie Cassatt. Next question for Sarah. As of 2023, India and which other nation are the only ones to have won a gold medal in every edition of the Asian Games? This should not come as a surprise, considering they are one of the 7 nations to have participated in every edition since inception.
Pakistan.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Zubair,
Japan.
correct answer. Japan. Next question for Sarah. While everyone knows James Hetfield as is the riff-writing genius of Metallica, which lead guitarist with a Filipino ancestry on his mother's side co-wrote a few of the band's biggest songs, including Enter Sandman, Creeping Death, and Welcome Home Sanitarium. In 2003, he was ranked 11th on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time. Ten seconds.
Morello.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Ajit,
Pass.
Zubair.
Pass.
It's not Ulrich, right? I don't know.
No.
Filipino.
This is Kirk Hammett.
Okay.
Next question for Ajit. Dating back to the Neolithic period, this ancient city in eastern Levant, now in Syria, is also a valid Scrabble word because it shares its name with a tree of the genus Borassus, spread across Asia, Africa, and Papua New Guinea. Notably, this tree has multiple uses, with syrup and jaggery made from its fruits and paper from its bark. What is the good word?
You are.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Zubair,
Pass.
Sarah.
Pass.
The answer is Palmyra.
Ah,
Okay.
Next question for Ajit. Tea inai is a dish from the Kiribati Islands prepared using a colorful reef fish known as inai, common in Kiribati. Typically served whole, the fish is marinated in lemon juice, garlic, and seasonings and deep fried till it is crispy. The fish is known by what avian name of the order Cetaciformis, owing to having teeth in each jaw fused into a cutting plate that resembles a beak.
Parrotfish.
Correct answer.
Parrot.
This is a parrotfish. Next question for Rishi. Table songs from Kakheti in the eastern part of which country dramatize preparations for a battle. Perhaps the best known example of music in Kakhetian style is the patriotic Chakrulo, which was chosen to accompany the Voyager spacecraft in 1977.
Highland.
Sorry?
Highland.
No. Zubair?
Georgia.
Correct answer. This is from Georgia. Next question for Rishi. Anthony Wood chose a Japanese name for his American smart TV company because Asian electronic companies still ruled the industry. Which TV brand so named because it was Wood's sixth business, just like another gin brand which has a six-sided bottle for the same reason? Ten seconds. Passing
Pass.
to Sarah.
Pass.
Ajit.
Roku.
Correct answer. Roku. Next question for Zubair. Which ancient Assyrian city was vandalized by the ISIS in 2015, who blew up many of the site's artifacts and structures? The city has been connected to a biblical giant mentioned in the book of Genesis, and the giant's name entered popular culture after Bugs Bunny referred to Elmer Fudd using the giant's name.
Nineveh?
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Sarah,
Pass.
Ajit.
Pass.
This is Nimrod.
Oh yeah. Nimrod.
Next question for Zubair. Jason Momoa described his character Dante in the 10th main installment of which franchise as very sadistic and androgynous and a bit of a peacock. He's got a lot of issues. He's definitely got some daddy issues. Dante is the son of drug lord Hernan Reyes, seeking revenge for the death of his father and loss of his family's fortune in the fifth installment from 2011.
Fast and the Furious?
Correct answer. Fast and the Furious franchise. Next question for Sarah. The yakuna is a ceremonial drink originating from Fiji, prepared from the root of the plant Piper's methysticum, known as kava, ground into a paste and mixed with water. It is traditionally drunk from what naturally sourced receptacle.
Pass, pass, pass.
Rishi,
Pass.
Ajit,
Coconut shells.
correct answer.
Oh, should have thought about that really, shouldn't I?
Aft coconut shells. Next question for Sarah. Ravis is a genre of popular music distinguished by its lyrics and dance-oriented synthesized melodies. From which country? The term Ravis is believed to originate in the Russian phrase Ravonetki Iskutstva, meaning art workers, in reference to unions which specialized in new music composition. Kef music, often called the jazz of Dash, has kept this country's folk traditions alive.
Ethiopia?
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Zubair,
Morocco?
no. Ajit,
Pass.
this is from Armenia.
They're really deep cuts, man.
Yeah.
Next question for Ajit. This 1957 book describes 1955 to 56 Norwegian archaeological expeditions investigations at Ranoruku and Anakena on Polynesian history and culture. Identify the author whose methods, theories, and conclusions have come in for some criticism subsequently.
Thor Heyerdahl.
Correct answer. Next question for Ajit. NY-based contemporary artist Jeanette Hills creates art influenced by anime and manga, finding inspiration in which fan culture. Though originally a Japanese phenomenon, the global proliferation of Japanese video games and cartoons has made it a worldwide trend. Its contemporary use originated with a 1983 essay by Akio Nakamori in manga Boriko.
I'm not very clear what it's the fan of.
10
Is it
seconds.
Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon? Like,
No.
are they looking for a specific? Anyway, I didn't
Yes.
understand the question. Okay.
Uh,
Like, I sorry. Okay. Anyway, I've already answered. I didn't understand the question.
Rishi,
Pass.
Sarah,
Pass.
Zubair.
Otaku?
Correct answer.
That was sort of, but that's not the culture. That's the people. This is a ridiculous question. Oh, come on. This is such a stupid question. Because otakus are the people. It's not a fan. It's not a fan culture. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Next question for Rishi. The emblem on the Iranian flag is a geometrically symmetric form of the word Allah and overlapping parts of the phrase "There is no God except Allah," forming a monogram consisting of four crescents and a line, all forming bot shape. This shape is important in Shia Islam as a symbol of Hussein ibn Ali al Hussein, Muhammad's grandson who died a martyr during a 7th century battle, and as it is believed to grow from the shed blood of martyrs. 10 seconds.
Pass. Rhombus.
No. Sarah,
Tulip?
correct answer. This is a red tulip. Next question for Rishi. Identify the Shakespeare play based on the cover of the manga adaptation.
This is such a big question.
So Macbeth.
No. Sarah,
I'll pass then.
Ajit,
I'm tempted, but pass. This is ridiculous.
Zubair.
Richard III?
Correct answer.
That is going to be my guess, but why? Just
It's a lot
birds?
more difficult than the Hamlet one with the
I
skull,
think that's
isn't
the
it?
son of
Yeah.
York.
Yeah.
I think that might be the son of York above his head.
Ah, okay.
Next
That
question
is
for
the most.
Zubair. In Old Boy, the protagonist, played by Choi Min-sik, is named Odesu to remind viewers of a mythical Greek king. Besides the hidden incest angle, the mythical king also gouges his eyes out, akin to Odesu cutting his tongue off at the film. Which mythical king?
Oedipus?
Correct answer. Oedipus. Next question for Zubair. Japanese-American rapper Mike Shinoda co-founded which rock band in 1996? The band made a minor modification to a site in the member's hometown of Santa Monica in order to secure an internet domain name. Shinoda later created a hip-hop driven side project, Fort Minor, in 2004.
Linkin Park?
Correct answer. Linkin Park. Next question for Sarah. Which city in northern Iraq saw significant destruction during a 2017 operation called We Are Coming Nineveh? To take back the city from Islamic State, the city lends its name to a fabric that we associate with Bengal and gets its popular nickname Al-Hadba, the Hunchback, from the structure shown, also destroyed in 2017. Ten seconds.
Raqqa?
No. Rishi?
Mosul.
Sorry.
Mosul.
Correct answer. This is Mosul.
Muslin, is it? What is the
Yes.
fabric?
Muslin.
Okay.
Next question for Sarah. Identify the Shakespeare play based on the cover of the manga adaptation.
Hmm.
Ten seconds.
Titus Andronicus.
No. Rishi?
Pass.
Ajit?
Uh, uh, Julius Caesar.
Correct answer. This is Julius Caesar. Next question for Ajit. Which famous logo was inspired by the teardrop-shaped keychains popular in the country at the time when a competition was announced for a new logo? The winning entry was chosen by Emir Hamad bin Khalifa, and the elaborate calligraphy design spells out a word meaning the island or the peninsula.
This is the Burj Al Khalifa.
No. Rishi?
Burj Arab, sorry. Oh,
Pass. I'll pass.
Sarah?
Pass.
Zubair?
Al Jazeera?
Correct answer.
oh yeah. Shit, newspaper.
Al Jazeera logo.
News art.
Next
Wrong
question
track.
for Ajit. Also known as Victor Talking Company of Japan, which company is best known for introducing Japan's first televisions and for developing the video home system recorder, video recorder? It briefly merged with Kenwood and also was Arsenal FC's jersey sponsor.
JVC.
Correct answer. Japan Victor Company. Next question for Rishi. Initially published in 1846 as narrative of a 4 months, residence among the natives of a valley of the Marquesas Islands. What was the first novel by Herman Melville based on his experiences on the South Pacific island of Nukuhiva? Omu, a narrative of adventures in the South Seas, is a sequel to this novel, shown as the poster from its film adaptation.
Taipei.
Correct answer.
What was the answer?
IP.
Taipei.
PW.
Next question for Rishi. David Gulpilil plays Mudu, the Aboriginal tracker, in which 2002 Australian film based on a true story concerning the author Doris Pilkington Garimara's mother and two Aboriginal girls who escaped from the Murray River native settlement north of Perth to return to their Aboriginal families after being placed there in 1931. Following the introduction of myxomatosis to control certain pests in the 1950s, the titular structure shown on the map diminished in importance. Ten seconds.
Rabbit Trail.
No. Sarah,
Rabbit proof fence.
correct answer.
Yeah.
Next question for Zubair. Called Peru in Portuguese and Hindi in Turkish. Its English form is a valid Scrabble word despite being a country name. What is the good word, also a bird of the genus Meligra in English?
Turkey.
Correct answer. Turkey.
A lot of weird names.
Yeah.
Next question for Zubair. Invented by British folder John Smith, this style of origami is limited to mountain and valley folds and was developed for folks with impaired motor skills or inexperienced folders. What style, whose name was inspired by the names of the folds and also sharing its name with a popular form of Buddhism in East Asia, is this?
Zen.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Sarah,
Pass, I would have guessed Zen. So.
Ajit.
Sorry, pass.
The answer is Pure Land.
What?
Never heard of this thing. I lived in Japan. I never heard of this. Wow.
Next
Pure
question for
land.
Sarah. During a trip to Wales in 1985, Miyazaki witnessed the aftermath of an event which he viewed as an attack by those in power upon an industry and the hardworking blue collar spirit of life. The visit had a lasting impact on Miyazaki and was reflected in his 1986 film, Laputa Castle in the Sky, through several supporting characters who labored through poverty in such underlying areas. What event? 1984 to 85.
Miners' strike.
I can prompt on this answer.
Well, it's the coal miners' strike.
Correct
But
answer.
miners' strike is known as.
The coal miners' strike in Wales.
All over the
Next
UK, actually.
question.
You have to specify coal miners, given the number of strikes.
Next question for Sarah. The Beach of Falesa is an 1892 novel by which Scottish author, written after he moved to the island of Samoa just a few years before he died there, aged 44. It should be noted that this is not the author's most famous book set on an island.
Robert Louis Stevenson.
Correct answer. Robert Louis Stevenson. Next question for Ajit. Another Greek inspiration in Old Boys, the hypnotist who makes Odesu and his then unknown daughter, Meadow, fall in love, forming a major twist in the story. This is akin to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, making Helen of Troy fall in love with whom before and during the Trojan War.
Okay, two options. Uh, Achilles.
No. Rishi,
Paris?
correct answer.
So there was some trick
Paris.
there. Okay.
Next question for Ajit. Peter Jean Hernandez became the first artist to receive 6 diamond certified songs in the US born to a Filipino mother. How do we better know Peter, who adopted his stage surname from the fact that a lot of girls say, I am out of this world? His stage forename is from the nickname of his father gave him, a tribute to the Italian professional wrestler Sean, with the longest single reign as WWF World Heavyweight Championship at 2,803 days. 10 seconds.
God, what's his name? Peter Cetera.
No. Rishi,
Bruno Mars?
correct answer. This is Bruno Sammartino. Next question for Rishi. The 11th century minaret of the famed Umayyad Mosque towered over the narrow stone alleyways of which ancient Syrian city's old quarter. It was destroyed by shelling in 2013, a loss compared to blowing up the Taj Mahal. The mosque carried the remains of the prophet Zechariah, father of John the Baptist.
Damascus?
No. Sarah,
Pass.
Ajit,
Us.
Zubair,
Aleppo?
correct answer.
Oh.
Next question for Rishi. Japanese American guitarist James Iha is best known as the co founder of which American alternative rock band? Their third studio album, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, was certified 10 times platinum in the US and became the best selling double album of the 90s.
Pass.
Sarah,
Smashing Pumpkins.
correct answer. Smashing Pumpkins. Next question for Zubair. Identify the Shakespeare play based on the cover of the manga adaptation.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Correct answer. Midsummer Night's Dream. Next question for Zubair. The white rabbit named Mitu wearing an Ushanka is the mascot of which smart TV brand? The Ushanka initially sported a red star before switching to the company logo instead.
Me Too.
No.
Sorry, Me Too's in the name. I'll pass. I can't think of anything.
Rishi,
Mm. Xiaomi?
correct answer. This is Xiaomi.
Those have reached the UK.
Next
Yeah.
question for Sarah. In which 2008 Baz Luhrmann film does Gulpilil play King George, a magic tribal elder, grandfather of Nala, a young Aboriginal boy whom Nicole Kidman's character, Lady Sarah Ashley, finds at faraway downs? The film is set between 1939 and 42 against a dramatized backdrop of events such as the bombing of Darwin during the World War II.
Australia.
Correct answer. Australia. Next question for Sarah. Senbazuru came to be globally known due to Sadako Sasaki, a Japanese girl from Hiroshima who sadly died at the age of 12, midway before she completed her Senbazuru. What exactly is Senbazuru, originating from a Japanese legend of longevity of the entity in question? 2 keywords needed.
Struggling to see which quad this one's in.
10 seconds.
No, I have no idea. Pass.
Ajit.
Paper cranes. This is the cranes that you make with like the origami cranes.
No. Rishi.
What?
Pass.
Zubair.
Pass. I thought Ajit had the answer. See, she was making 1,000
Yeah,
cranes and then she died, right?
yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, I'm passing. I'm passing.
I think it's the paper crane. She had to complete the 1,000 cranes before. I said paper cranes. I don't know what else was the answer. Anyway, why
1000
didn't you
was the
show the answer?
critical
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
Come
I think
on,
we should
Clear
get the
this is
knowledge, I
point.
really
think, that.
stupid.
I think
Yeah,
Ajit should
I
get the
mean,
point, to be
it's-
honest.
Yeah, that's clear knowledge. I had no idea even what it was talking about. So
Yeah, you should get it. Yeah.
Next question for Ajit. Ruslan Shagayev won the gold medal in which specific event at the 1998 Asian Games in Bangkok. In 2007, he became the first Asian to become world champion in this event.
Asian to become world champion. Okay, wow. Why is it so?
10 seconds.
Oh, sorry, I can't. Hammer throw.
No. Hrishi.
Pass.
Sarah.
heavyweight boxing.
Correct answer.
Just boxing.
Heavyweight boxing.
Wow. Cool.
I thought they were looking for a specific event. Okay. Anyway, I had boxing, but I don't know why I thought of specific event. Okay. It
Next
should have been
question
sport.
for Ajit. Jason Momoa was cast as Ronandex in the 2004 science fiction television series Stargate Dash. Fill in the blank with a site described as a naval empire that ruled all western parts of the known world beyond the Pillars of Hercules. In Plato's works Timaeus and Critias as part of an allegory on the hubris of nations.
Atlantis.
Correct answer. Atlantis. Next question for Rishi. While this is a country name, it is allowed in Scrabble because as a verb, this refers to a process of applying a dark lacquer finish, originating in Europe as an imitation of the Asian lacquer work. What is the good word?
China.
No. Sarah?
Japan.
Correct answer. Japan. Next question for Rishi. Japonesserie Flowering Plum Tree 1887 by which artist is directly inspired by late ukiyo-e master Utagawa Hiroshige's Plum Garden at Kamido 1857. The artist in question is perhaps better known for painting other types of flora.
Monet.
Sorry?
Monet.
You
Monet.
said Monet.
No. Ajit,
Vincent van Gogh.
correct answer. This is Van Gogh's work. Next question for Zubair. Kokoda is a traditional Fijian dish made with raw fish, marinated in coconut milk, lime juice, and garnished with salt, chilies, onions, and coriander leaves. It is a variant of what dish from the Americas? The blanks in the visual.
What dish from the Americas?
10 seconds.
I don't know. Pizza.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Sarah,
Ceviche.
correct answer.
Ceviche.
Oh, ceviche.
Yes. Ceviche. Next question for Zubair. Which script used in Islamic calligraphy was developed in a city of Iraq that lends its name to the script at the end of the 7th century and was the main script of copying Quran until around the 11th century? This is the oldest form of calligraphy of all the Arabic scripts and can be seen on the flag of Iraq.
The Kufic script.
Correct answer. Kufic. Next question for Sarah. In the scene from Old Boy, the antagonist Lee Woo Jin, played by Yoo Ji-tae, takes an extraordinary yoga pose, almost in the form of a bow of an archer. This pose supposedly conveyed the image of which Greek god, whose prophecy revealed Oedipus' fate in Sophocles, Oedipus the king, who was designed he was designed to be the perfect blend of superiority, moral virtue, harmony, moderation, and reason personified. Ten seconds.
Hermes.
No. Rishi,
Polo.
correct answer.
Yeah, they went for that, but I thought Hermes was the archer. But
Follow. Next question for Sarah. Who created this blown glass vase from 1901? His groundbreaking Art Nouveau designs made him the dominant figure in the American decorative arts from the 1870s to the 1920s, a career set in motion after first encountering Japanese art as a young man at the 1867 World's Fair.
Lalique.
No. Rishi,
Pass.
Ajit,
Iphany.
correct answer.
Nice.
All my 50-50s are going the wrong way this time.
Yeah, I know. I've had a few. It's
Yeah.
tough with that. It's right.
Next question for Ajit. The Wind Rises by Hayao Miyazaki is a fictionalized biography of Jiro Horikoshi, the designer of the Mitsubishi A5M and A6M Zero military aircraft. In the film set a few years after World War I ended, a massive real-life calamity hits while Horikoshi is traveling on a train to Tokyo. What massive 1923 calamity?
This is the great earthquake of Tokyo.
Can you give a better answer?
Oh, the no, what is the name of the region? Kanto earthquake.
Correct
That's what.
answer. This
I
is
think
the
a
Great
great
Kan
earthquake should also be acceptable. That's also known as,
of Tokyo
rainfall.
and Yokohama. Next question, the last question of the match for Ajit. Mugham is a modal system and a complex art form that weds classical poetry and musical improvisation in specific local modes from which country. It was associated with both pain and hope during First Nagorno-Karabakh war. A short selection of Mugham was even featured on the Voyager Golden Record.
Azerbaijan.
Correct answer.
Well done.
Azerbaijan.
Thank you. Thanks for reading.
It's a tough game.
Thanks for reading, man.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well done, Zubair.
Thank you.
Well done.
Good game.
Thanks,
Thanks.
everybody. Bye-bye.